Dumelang. Sanibonani. Amshini. Good day. Goeiedag. There's a sign language as well that I must learn very urgently. Or must I say, Mama Woza. That's what I was saying. Mama Woza. I like the creativity of the youth. No, thank you very much. I know that it has been quite a bit of a long program, but it was necessary because this is a special day, especially for the school and more importantly the community around the school. Park, Ramaphosa, Angelo, Dugatole, and all the surrounding townships around. I'm a child of this region, let me just say region rather, the metro. In fact, I worked for the city at some point, being responsible for youth development in the mayor's office for quite a number of years. Many years ago, so I would frequent these areas a lot, and so I'm a bit well vested with the challenges that are facing young people in the area because I've worked with them for a long time. So let me just get into the serious part of greeting. You know, this part you can undermine it, but it has a potential of creating enemies for you. So when you greet, you must greet everybody. And those who miss, apologize. When you finish, and apologize when you conclude your speech. Then apologize if I didn't mention your name. So program directors, the acting HOD, Mr. Ru, and the program director number 2, Mr. Ru. So Ru and Ru, thank you so much for the work you've been doing thus far, keeping us entertained, keeping us awake, keeping us focused on the program. The DDG, Ellison, Advocate Ellison, Bensted, she does a lot of work for us. She's a very busy lady. So when you see her, you must know that it's a privilege. I even struggle to find her, because she's running the whole department. The core business of the education department is run by her. She's sitting with about, how many directors? 60 or something? 30 directors. Yes, got 33 directors. So it's big. I can tell you there are provincial department, even national department with less directors. Like sport, I think sport has got 3 or 4, something like that. So very small, but she's running the big core and the core business of the department. So we acknowledge DDG. The chief directors present here from the regions, the two chief directors, I don't know the other two. Abati, I'm doing a roll call. All of them are supposed to be here, so it's 2. The other 2, Monday I want to see them. Why they didn't come to this special event. The district directors that are present here, and the district director of Gauteng South, Melutuli, and the principals of SOSs, schools that are here and other schools, surrounding schools. I've seen one. Is the other SOS principal except yourself? Oh, yes. Or the performing schools, another, yes.
Okay, that's great.
Okay. I let me remember one once. Principal Lawrence, these are colleagues, you must see them. And it's competition. Don't just assume that it's just colleagues who greet each other. You have a WhatsApp group. It's competition. Schools of specialization, it's results. Results. Because we're putting a lot of money here and we're bringing everything that we can here. So we want the results. I'll get to the results later. We'll have a longer discussion. The leadership, the portfolio committee members who are here, I know the chairperson, acting chairperson rather. We lost a chairperson of the committee and it has been very difficult to find another one. Mr. Honorable Munyai. Leadership of the ANC that I saw here. SGB chair and other parties. Sorry, let me just mention other parties. Was Baizani. And will mark a mistake. So I'm correcting myself. SGB members, through the chair of the SGB, thank you very much for being here. And learner formations, school principal, GD staff, parents, teachers, and let me get to the sponsors. Mr. Ngasana, I know you are a serious supporter of education. You know, everywhere there's education and the interest is progressive, I always meet him. Thank you for the continued support. Professor Nkutlu as well. Thank you. Where's the prof? Okay. What's it? Yeah, okay. As well. What called the academy? Marketplace Academy, CEO. Thank you for the work you've been doing. I mean, you stood here for 30 minutes, I thought, no, my speech is done. This is what I want. You know, this is the partnership we want. Education is big. You know, we need all hands on deck. Literally, we need everybody to put their hands into the sector. You know, this is where our future lies. You know, this is where we make or break a country or a society. So we need all of us to be there. And thank you so much for really putting all your stakeholders, all those partners you've identified. There are many. You know, all of them to really come through and assist this school and the 7 other schools that you've mentioned. Keep up the good work. Thank you very much. In fact, take up a discussion with the DDG. The kind of support we've given here. We've got another, how many, 14 left? How many more? 13 more SOSs that we must launch. So it will be good that we pull all those private sector stakeholders to come through. I know there's a new concept that's been purported in the private sector called ESG. And really what that says, in my little understanding, is that it's all about the broader strategic sustainability of the company. That instead of just focusing on profits, because in the past was profit and what we have left to then we share with the community. What do we call CSR, is it correct? Yeah, CSR. Now with this one, it's more, it means that the social and the environment and the government, it forms part of the overall strategic goal of a company. Before companies will focus on what do they get, they make their own profits, and then they say, okay, from these profits, we've got so much left. Where do you go? Where's the old age home? Let's go and paint it. Where's the children's home? Let's go and buy some shoes, some clothes. This time it's all about the company must exist to feed the community and be accountable for the economic and environmental within its immediate community, and that is good. So I can assume that this is what's driving your partners in the main. So thank you so much. You are really acknowledged that far. Today is the second day or third day of Women's Month. So it is a very, very special month for our mothers, our sisters, those who are married to our wives. I won't say girlfriends, because when you are young, don't have girlfriends. Focus on your education. your classmates. So it's a very important month, and it's a month where we appreciate the contribution of the women of 1956 when they marched to the Union Building against the I-Pass laws, and they took a risk. There were about 20,000 women. I know one woman who's still alive from that march, Mesofiti Brain, she's still alive. She participated in that particular march, was very young at the time, fighting for the broader struggle of our people. So this is why, as a country, we've decided to dedicate this month in celebration of our mothers, our women, our girl child, to ensure that they realize that obviously we should celebrate them every day. We must acknowledge their contribution every day, not just in this particular month, and also another day called Mother's Day. I've said earlier, today it's a very, very special day for the people of Recha Park. Recha Park is an area where it's known, unfortunately, Principal and Councillor, of certain challenges that are affecting our community. Substance abuse, gang violence, drugs, and all other social ills. And it's very easy to get drawn into that when you're a young person and to really be affected by that and really feel despondent, feel hopeless, feel as if there is any contribution you can do to your own life will be meaningless, because next door there's no one showing any light. For the longest of time, we used to come here, I remember in the city, it would be an event, and that event would be carried by police and other things. And those days should be over, Councillor. We can't allow our communities to be overtaken by thugs to a point where our children, our community members live in fear. They feel hopeless. It can't be. We can't allow, we want to challenge our communities to that. That's why, amongst other things that we're doing as a provincial government, is that we're tackling crime. We're tackling any form of crime where it raises its head. In fact, we've declared war. We've got the green beans, we call them the wardens. The first 6,000, we're going to put more, we're getting more, we're recruiting more, because we are fighting crime. We're putting CCTV cameras in all our communities, especially hotspots where we know there's a problem of crime and drugs. So Recha Park is one of those areas that will be cameras everywhere. The only place where you won't find a camera is in your house, because you can't enter there. But if you're in the street, we want to make sure that as soon as there's a perpetrator, whether they're selling drugs, whether they're going to hijack, whether they're thinking of anything of social ill, they know we're watching and apprehend them. Amongst those things, that's why we even came to say we're going to invest right there in Recha Park, where they think they can take over, Principal. We came here to Osran deliberately to say we've got children in Osran, in Recha Park, they have a future, and we're going to make sure that in Osran they are able to fulfill their potential. We are going to create that particular environment. We came here deliberately. Usually when we look at SOSs, we have a tendency of looking at, amongst other things, performance of the school. You've been performing at some point. You're a high performance school from 98% matric pass rate to now you are sitting at about 75. Was it 75? This 78. Now when we invest here, we 100%. SOS are 90 plus, but are 100. All principal SOS, Kenyaka 100. And do for challenge. So I must see value for money. So a 100% pass rate. We don't teach our kids to fail, we teach them to pass. So every child must be given that space to pass and the support thereof. So our SOS, our flagship. So we are investing here in this school. This is our 24th school. Initially we were going to be 35, then we added one more, it's 36, and there's another one I'm told now is coming, so it'll be 37. The 37th one is the Transnet School of Excellence. If you know, it used to focus on football at some point, so they're handing it over to us. So we'll look into that, but that is a project for much later. But the 36, we are going to conclude them by end of March next year. So the 13 that is left